I'm gonna stand. I'm too small to sit. But it's fantastic to be here. It's great. It's fantastic to be with Discovery Kids to launch Lazytown Extra. To have a local content, that's fantastic. And to see kids here in Brazil actually moving, it's great. I want to take you a little bit through the backstory of Lazytown, a little bit like why we did it and why I'm spending all this time on it. So 22 years ago, I was in my home thinking about like, how can I speak about health? Because health is a subject that was very difficult to explain. I'll give you for example. Let's say that you have to explain golf. You would write everything about golf on a piece of paper. This is golf, this is it. There's nothing more to say. Because you can't say like, what about 19 holes? No, there are only 18, so this is it. So you can't change it. This is everything you write about golf. So golf, punto, finished. This is it. And you put it on TV, everybody loves it, and then you have business out of it. You sell golf hats, golf clothing, etc., etc. It's like 1, 2, and 3. Explain it, you show it, everybody loves it, okay? I understand this. So 22 years I was in my home thinking, okay, if I change golf into health, what's going to happen? It's a little bit like if I would get 100 experts and say, what is a healthy person? What is that? If I did 400 push-ups in one arm this morning, am I lunatic or healthy? It depends. So what happened is that this is endless. You cannot really explain health. It's not possible to explain it. It's a little like love, or freedom, or humor. If we have to write down everything about what's funny, the list will be endless. So we couldn't explain it. So 22 years ago, I was thinking like, how can I explain it? Because 4-year-old kids, they also don't understand health. You can't say to someone who's 4 years old, okay, you're going to eat this apple, you're going to be healthy when you are 26. They are never going to be 26. They think, wait a minute, it's not even a weekend. So I'm not even going to. So they don't understand health. And people thought like you have to teach kids how to move, like do exercise. And I said, no, you don't need to teach kids exercise. Kids know how to move. For example, if I drop this is how we pick it up. We would pick it up like, when we are 36, we would do like, But kids, they pick it up like this. There's no kids playing, Dad, I'm playing, Dad. They don't do it. So basically kids, they know how to move. You don't need to teach kids to move. They know how to move. So you couldn't explain health. Then you think, whoa, we can maybe put it on TV. What about that? No, because kids will never watch it. Kids are never going to watch something about health. Never going to do it. So you're thinking, So what you have is that you have something you cannot explain. You're not allowed to show it. And that's what you want to try to sell. So 22 years ago, I was thinking, how do I do this? So we created Lazytown. We saw there was no role model in health for kids. There was Popeye, who is spinners, but he smoked and hit people. So we were like, maybe not a role model. So let's find another one. Here was the biggest question. Can education about healthy lifestyle be entertaining? Is it doable? That it was not boring. Because most people wanted me to do this. Make education about healthy lifestyle. But not entertaining. So it needs to be something really entertaining. There are 2 types of stories for kids today on TV. There's emotional stories. This is stories for kids who are normally more for girls. It's like a emotional story, not invited to my birthday. It's like, you're not coming there. The teamwork, work together. And then there's like a superhero and a villain. And there's always violence in it. Always like, I'm going to hit you with a stick. Nothing wrong with it. This is the 2 types of stories. A little bit more for boys, a little bit more for boys, and a little bit more for girls. We want to try to write it together, like in one, like this. And the challenge was we tried 100 different writers, and they couldn't do it. They could either write this or this. So we would say, no, try to write for both. Both girls and boys. No. And then when you put education in, fun fall off. You put action in, non-violence fall off. It was very difficult. So we want to create a solution, so we created Lazytown. You have Sportacus, you know this character, he has 10 on his chest, who beeps when kids are in trouble, he go to sleep 8:08, etc., etc. So now, in some countries, parents don't need to say, you have to go to sleep. They say, it's almost 8:08. and kids jump to bed. So we have Stephanie and we have Robbie Rotten. Lazytown characters, they don't come from the air. What they come from is that I traveled around the world for more than 12 years to test Lazytown. I went to 52 different countries, 4,000 live events to speak to parents and kids around the world. And I found out 2 things about kids in the world. Same in Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Tokyo, Norway, Iceland, anywhere where I went. Kids don't want to be talked down to. You can't say to a kid, now we're going to move. After 10 minutes, you have to wait. They don't want it. They want to immediately move. They immediately want to be immediate. They don't jump up and be a cartoon character. There's no kids who say, I am Mickey Mouse. They don't want to do that. They want to be live characters. They want to be something they can imitate. They want to be Spider-Man, Batman, or whatever. So they want to be really Sportacus or some live characters. We found out kids love to move. You don't want to be talked down to them. There was a 7 issue that every single parents go through when raising healthy kids. In Brazil and everywhere. Those are the 7 issues. Write it down and you'll be a great parent. Every single parent wants the kids to be safe and educated. Eat right, not too much junk food. Even bad parents still wanted it. It was just still movement, a healthy lifestyle, early to bed, don't watch too much TV and computer. Moderation, like okay, you can watch but not too much. Follow rules, able to share things, not lying teeth, maybe clean the room. Down here. That's it. So, those are the Lazytown characters, but we never really talk about it. We never really tell it. We never really talk to anybody about it. So, in my mind, if I have to, after 22 years, if I have to explain health in one word, it would be balance. It means that we are trying to be in balance. Sometimes we can eat hamburger, fine, and sometimes we can eat salad. It's not about to be extreme, because I was in the health business and I saw even more people in the health business who were more unhealthy than actually healthy. So it's about balance. That's what it is. So this is one, in my mind, is a one healthy human being. We are all of those people. That's who we are. So for example, when he woke up this morning, he was Sportacus. He said, yes, I can do anything today. He was like, I'm Sportacus, I can do anything. Yesterday he was Robbie Rotten. He was like, oh, I just can't do it now. The other day he was Stephanie. He said, what about if I try this picture? What about if I try that one? Sometimes you want to follow rules. Sometimes you want to break rules. When you raise kids, you want kids to break rules. But you still want kids to follow them. So in some countries, women couldn't vote. In some countries. So somebody stood up and said, wait a minute, change that rule. So you want to raise kids who push the envelope. So this is a one healthy human being. Sometimes we just love chocolate now and then a little bit, and it's fine. We tested it for 10 years. It started as a book, 1995. It was a live show. Our live show now is #1 in the world. We have a Lazytown live show around the world that sold faster than U2 in Mexico City, for example. So I always say Bono need the mustache instead of the glasses. Because Bono is U2 is my favorite band. We have a radio station, 24 hours for kids. We increased sales of fruit and vegetables by 22% with a campaign in Iceland. It increased in England last week, 41%. Fruit and vegetables to sales. Obesity of Iceland went down. Obesity was starting to go down. The health minister was on the news and I was watching TV in my home. And the news guy came to the health minister and said, what's the main reason? And he said, Lazytown. And I was in my home like, yes, yes. And maybe I have to change the story. I was doing push-up watching TV. So what it is that I asked him to write it down. And he wrote it down for me. So I got it on paper. And then I got a letter from the president of the country saying how much impact it has on the country. So it was a great success. We did it without TV in Iceland for 10 years. And then we took it out. We said after 10 years testing Lazytown, we said let's take it out for the world. So we built the most high-tech studio in the world to shoot Lazytown. We built fantastic sets, shot in high definition, cost $1 million an episode. And what happened is that Lazytown went to 500 million homes. It's in 128 countries. It's the fastest sold TV show in history. went to 96 countries in 9 months. The challenge here is that kids don't know what to eat, parents don't know what to buy, and the market is all kind of things. There are 400 million people obese in the world, there are going to be 700 million. There are 155 million kids. We say there's hope. Lazytown is the only brand dedicated to kids' health. That's why we are extremely happy to work with Discovery Kids. Because for me, Discovery Kids has an enormous amount of integrity. We need to find the right partner to work with. And Discovery Kids has like it's trusted channel. It's a channel with a fantastic program for kids. So when we teamed up with them to film 26 episodes of Lazytown, new episodes, half hours, and have a local content, it was fantastic. It was dream come true, basically, for me. So the mission is simple. We want to move kids, we want to move families, and we want to move the world. It's a very simple task. So I believe it's possible to do something that everyone wins. And when I say that, if we increase sales of fruit and vegetables, the farmers are happy, the retailers are happy, kids are happy, parents are happy, Lazytown is happy, Brazil is happy because obesity will go down, everyone wins. I think it's possible to do business like that. So that's my explanation on Lazytown. We are going to take any questions you want, and I'm going to sit here and answer any questions you want. And so over to you guys again.